Cue the fancy intro. I don't have one. Hello, my beloved tribe. I'm here to talk to you about something. A lady, actually. Her name is Math. You want to meet her? Hello. This is my friend Math. And her cousin, Incontrovertible Evidence. And she's here to show you something. I'll tell you something about her. She's one cold, hard bitch. She don't give a crap about what you think. She doesn't care about what you will do. She doesn't care about what you can do. She doesn't care about what you should do or what you shouldn't do or what you will or won't do. She only cares about what you have done. And everything else, such as your prepper, self-induced, delusion or illusion. Define delusion.
Delusion means an idiosyncratic belief or impression that is firmly maintained despite being contradicted by what is generally accepted as reality or rational argument, typically a symptom of mental disorder.
Define illusion.
Illusion means a thing that is or is likely to be wrongly perceived or interpreted by the senses.
Thank you. Self-induced prepper delusions. She's a cold, hard bitch, and she does not care. So let's talk about bugging in. And I drove pretty hard down that road. I'm telling you, I drove pretty hard down that road because I did. Why? Because the other option of bugging out was just too much to think about. So I reinforced and I reinforced and I reinforced. And then I read a book. Hang on one second, I'll get it. Are you still there? Survival Theory and Survival Theory 2. Especially Survival Theory 2 by Jonathan Hollerman. Get it. Read it. Read it. Read it. I read it front to back. I flipped it over, started reading again. Got to the end, flipped it over, started reading it again. It got rid of my delusions. And it made me face the fact that I was reinforcing a very bad position. One thing they taught us in OCS in the military is never reinforce a losing position. You reinforce success. Okay, so my block. This is me. This is me and my family. This is me, my wife, and Arwen. 3. This house here, I know is 6. That's 7. That's about 10. The next house on the other side of me, over here, is 8. The next one's 8. And that's 6 or so. The man directly across the street from here, Ignacio, great guy. I've even talked to him about prepping a little bit. I led him into it, and he said, well, you know, Joe, you could take a 5-gallon bucket and put beans and rice in it and blah, blah, blah. So I did, and I gave him one. I don't know how much he's got, but it ain't enough. 6. Him, his mother live here, his son, daughter-in-law, and their baby live here. These guys are related. And they're 6. These guys are about 10. It's a big house, a lot of cars. 6. These guys over here, there's 5 in the main house. There's 3 houses. 5 in the main house, 3 in the smaller house, 2 in the tiny house. This is a big bunch of people. 1 in the corners also. So I don't know about these guys over here on this block. I know some of them, this one is related to these. So I'm just putting 4. They're actually the same kind of demographics as this, and I'm the outlier here. So they're probably more than that, but I put 4. Now this block here, the demographics is different, okay? So they don't have so many people in the houses. I know because I walk. So I just put some random numbers there without going too overboard. But that's kind of like my neighborhood. Now my neighborhood, things go south, okay? We all get together, and I go over and talk to Ignacio because we had talked about this, and all his cousins and this, that, and the other. There's probably 50 of them when all of them get together and have a party between the two houses and all their relatives come over. And I know about a dozen of them are military-age teenage boys. That's great for a neighborhood watch, right? So altogether, just conservatively there, 146 people. 146. We're gonna have a pretty badass neighborhood watch for about the first week, maybe less. Because I know Ignacio's got 1 bucket, 5-gallon bucket of food, because I gave it to him. 20-pound bag of rice and a couple of 5-pound, maybe 10-pound bags of beans. These others, do they have more than 72 hours of food? Do they have a week? Do they have a month? So they run out of food, 72 hours to a week. What happens to the neighborhood watch program? When none of these people have any food, they are no longer a neighborhood watch program. They are a roving band of bandits looking for resources. Food and water. Food and water. And Ignacio remembers he talked to me about it. And he knows I got at least 1 bucket because I showed him my bucket. So Ignacio comes over and he asks, Joe, you got any food? Why, no, Ignacio, I'm sorry. I ate all mine. Okay. So another little while goes by and everybody's hungry. They start noticing that I'm not out looking for food with everybody else. And they ask themselves, why isn't Joe out there looking for food with us? They say, I don't know. And they go over and talk to them. And they say, well, I saw Joe through the window having a little fire. So now Ignacio comes back, because word gets back, and he comes back over and says, Joe, were you making a fire? Did you have food in there? Oh, no. Well, Joe, if you have food, you got to share it with us, because we're all hungry. All 146 of us are hungry, because the food has run out. Now I start to get a little concerned. You notice that number right there is a 3. Take 3 away from 146 and now these 143 banditos in my neighborhood, small little neighborhood, that are out looking for food, resources. So pretty soon these people start to lose weight, but they notice that these 3 here in this house are not losing weight. So now they come over and they're a little more insistent. Joe, we need to look around. We think you got food. Joe ain't no dummy. He's got a shotgun. He pulls out a shotgun and he says, go away. Ignacio goes away. But now he's upset. I know Ignacio has deer rifles because he told me so. And he goes deer hunting. So Ignacio talks to his family members, who talk to his family members, who talks to the neighbors. You're digging what I'm laying down, right? Pretty soon, 143 people are at my front door, and at my side house, and in the back of my house. How long do you think 3 can hold off 143? Not long enough. So if you are the only ones on your block that aren't getting skinny, or you're not out scavenging for food, people are going to notice. And they're going to talk, and they're going to get together. And after they're done asking, after they're done begging, and after they're done insisting, they're going to come in force. And they're going to take what you have. And I thought to myself that years ago, I made the decision to bug in as my primary modus operandi, that if I was going to do that, then I better be prepared to feed the people around me. So I started getting rice and rice and rice and more rice. I now have 5,000 pounds of rice. How long will that last? Let's see. Average meal, 2,200 calories per day. That's not a really big amount of food. Times 365 is 7,370,000 calories for 1 year. That's 1 year for one person. 7,370,000 calories. Now, if there's 146 people times 2,200 calories per day, that's 321,200 calories per day. That's 321,200 calories per day for 146 people. 321,200 times 365 days is 602,000 calories to feed 146 people for 1 year. My 5,000 pounds of rice comes out to be about 142 buckets of 35 pounds each. 35 pounds of rice divided by 5,000 pounds is 3,074 buckets of rice. That's how many you need to feed 146 people for 1 year. You need 3,074 35-pound buckets of rice. But wait, I've only got 142. How long will 142 buckets last? Let's find out. What is 3,074 divided by 142?
It's approximately 21.6478.
Oh, thank you. 21 days. My 5,000 pounds of rice will feed all these people for 21 days. But it's not going to be these people, because this household here knows another 40 people in town, and 40 people in town, and 40 people in town, and 40 people. And they will be telling them, hey, we got food over here. And these people know 50 people, and these people only know 10, but on and on it goes. The problem is, you're right here. This is the problem. You are in the middle of too many people. That's why bugging in an urban environment or a suburban environment during SHTF, we're talking grid down, worst case scenario. Financial difficulties, okay, that's a different story. Go read about Argentina in the 2001 collapse of their economy. We're talking SHTF here. Shit has hit the fan. A financial collapse is not really shit hit the fan, because you still have law and order. You still have a supply system. Farmers are making food. They're shipping it to the cities. Under a grid down situation, there's no electricity. Ain't nobody coming. You're not getting food from farms. You're not getting nothing. Nobody's coming to help you. You are surrounded by 146 people, and you're the only prepper. You are dead. Are you digging what I'm laying down? 146 people around you, and shit hits the fan. You are dead. Your children are dead. Your wife is dead. Math. She's a cold, hard bitch, and she does not care. Change your plans. Bugging out, getting out of urban environments, of built up areas, is the only thing you can do when people are hungry. Starvation changes people. Desperation sets in. They're not out stealing TVs. They're burning down the grocery stores, the food distribution centers. They're all picked clean. If you're not getting skinny, if you're not out looking for food along with everybody else, someone will notice. They don't even have to come here, because first, the looters, the massive mobs, when your neighborhood watch program has fallen apart, this 146 people are no longer cohesive and protecting each other after 1 week, but the mobs come rolling through. After they're done with the cities, they go to the suburbs. They'll go from LA to the Valley, from the Valley to Thousand Oaks, from Thousand Oaks to Simi Valley, from Simi Valley to Moore Park. You have to be away from metropolitan areas, because when 4,000 people come, they will go from house to 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 house, one after the other, until they get to your house. And they will rape your wife and daughter, and they will murder them, and they will take your shit, and you will be dead. Sorry, but that's it. That's the only story. That's the only ending. It ain't happy if you stay in place during SHTF. She's a cold, hard bitch, and she doesn't care. Enough said. Change your plans. Figure it out. Jonathan Hollerman. Get it and read it. Get rid of your prepper fantasies of bugging in, and you're just going to paint your windows and you're going to run your generator in the backyard, and all your neighbors on your neighborhood watch program are going to sit around, sing Kumbaya, while you barbecue the only meat in town. That's not happening. Read The Lucifer Effect, of how good people will do horrible, bad things. Just make them hungry. Care about you all. God bless you all. Take care. Do the math. Bye. Oh, like and subscribe. What a concept. Maybe even share. I don't know. Bye.